Alright YouTube, so there's a thunderstorm going on right now, so I want to do a before and after video on these trees. You can see it's kind of droopy a little bit. So I heard that when it's a thunderstorm, the rain is a lot better for your plants, but we'll see about that. If I sound weird, just because I didn't bring my mic, I didn't want to get wet just in case it got damaged. So yeah, we're gonna have a weird audio for this one. Alright guys, I'll be right back after the rain stopped. Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. As you saw in the earlier clip, I recorded the rainstorm that happened like on Friday. Today's Saturday, so no, it happened on Thursday. So it's been 2 days later since the rain. Uh, in today's video is going to be a garden tour, so you're going to see the ground is still wet, so I don't have to water today. But we're going to check on the peach tree if it look any better than it did on Thursday. Um, from what I can tell, it doesn't look too much different, but it's still early in season, so we'll see. But yeah, let's get started on garden tour. Alright YouTube, so obviously to start off the video, we're going to start in the mini orchard area. You can see the new trees that I replaced are still not growing. Probably give them to the end of May or something to see if they produce leaves or not. It looks still good. It doesn't look dead or anything, so I don't think it's dead. I think it's just taking a while for it to come out of dormancy, and I don't know why it's taking so long. So I don't know how long I should give it. We'll see. I want to give it to the end of May, but if it still looks pretty alive, I'll probably give it until a couple of months or something. But we'll see. So over here on this first raised bed is my bean raised bed. So I'm making videos, update videos on this raised bed as we speak. Um, you can see this doesn't have too many beans growing, not too many germinated, or if he did, he probably died back. So we'll see what I do next over here. Right now it's just growing some beans and probably mulch it some more, cut out some of this previous cover crop that I put in last year. But yeah, this was the inexpensive raised bed turned into just a raised bed, I guess, because I'm done filling it up. And then yeah, over here used to be the expensive raised bed, so I would just add compost, either store bought from the big box store or a reputable company. Turned to an inexpensive raised bed because I'm trying to save money over here. And they're supposed to be growing my peppers. And some of the peppers that I planted last week now, probably going 2 weeks now, are taking. Some of them died. So hopefully the peppers I did take will do well in here. And I'll probably have to replace the ones that died back as soon as my new seed starts germinating. And I'll show you those in a second. But over here is the free fill raised bed. So if you see my previous videos on this raised bed, you know I filled it for free and I top dressed it for free. So at first I was just putting paper and native soil paper and native soil, shredded paper by the way, and just doing layers of paper and native soil. And when I got to the top, just added more soil. I did it last year. I did a cover crop instead of growing anything of significance. This year I'm growing corn, and pretty soon I'm probably gonna plant some beans next to the corn so they can have more nitrogen from the beans. But we'll see how that goes. By the way, I forgot to mention the pomegranate tree is growing flowers right now, so we're pretty excited about that. Um, Hopefully, we get some pomegranates this year. If we do, probably the first year I get pomegranates since I planted them about 2, 3 years ago now. At first, it was a different area, so I understand why I didn't produce fruit. But now it's been here for about a year or two now. Hopefully, we get some fruit. By the way, I forgot to show you the apple tree, so I'm gonna show you that right now. So you can see this apple tree is producing apples, so that's pretty cool. This is the pink lady. So we're finally gonna get some apples this year. or at least I think we are. If we don't, then I'm gonna be very surprised. Um, you've been if you've been seeing my videos, you know I've been giving this apple tree some compost tea, and I think it's really helping this tree a lot. If it's not, then I don't know what's going on. Maybe my soil is just getting better, especially because I mulched it. But yeah, guys, hopefully they get some apples this year. Maybe I'll do a taste test once they're done growing. But yeah, let me show you the raised beds or the 4x4 raised beds. Alright, YouTube. So in a different video, I'm showing you what I'm doing over here. But essentially, this is going to be a compost pit instead of my fire pit. So I was using this to make biochar. I put this over it so the dogs stop digging in here. Um, my brother's dog was rolling in here, so that's why it looks kind of weird. But yeah, hopefully uh, in that video I'll be showing you what I'm doing more because it's not just a compost pit. But either way, over here is the 4x4 raised bed. This is supposed to be growing potatoes, but this one isn't growing any potatoes for whatever reason. Um, Last week or something, I did plant a tomatillo, so that did take. Lucky for me, but the other one did not. So yeah, just a quick update on this first 4x4 raised bed. In these containers, I have carrots growing, so they're doing pretty good. Over here, I have lettuce growing. They're also doing pretty good. And this is the, by the way, I forgot to mention, this is the no dig raised bed. And over here is a dig raised bed where I planted potatoes also. You can see there's a huge difference in this raised bed between this one and the no dig. I also planted tomatillos in this one, and you can see these are also doing pretty well, some better than others. But yeah, these are the potatoes that I planted in red solo cups and planted in here. I don't know if that's a factor that I need to bring in compared to the other raised bed because I didn't put they were just seed potatoes. They weren't in red solo cups or anything. But this raised bed didn't have all um, potatoes in red solo cups. But either way, the ones I did were in red solo cups are growing a lot taller than the ones that were not. And the weeds I had to get rid of, and especially if it's Bermuda grass, I don't want that. But we'll see what goes on. All right, YouTube. So I don't remember if I showed you in a previous video or not, but I planted more seedlings. You can see this one is the purple bumblebee tomato. That's just the bottom row. I don't remember the rest of it. I'm pretty sure that all the way on the top is cucumbers, and I think the rest of them are different varieties of peppers. I have to relook at my video to see to remember. Over here, I definitely know that the top are lemon habaneros, serranos, jalapenos, and I think bell peppers, and I think the rest of them are lettuce. I don't know. I don't remember if I made a video or not. I'm pretty sure I did. It's one of those weekly update videos that I did, so I probably check one of those. And over here is supposed to be my pepperoncinis. I replanted it, and you can see one of them is coming up. So, well, two of them coming up actually. So that's awesome. And I'm supposed to do this as an experiment for the 15-gallon grassroots flower pot containers. But we'll see what happens. This is supposed to be the ancho pepper. Only one's come up, and there's a purslane. There's two of them. Um, yeah. Over here, I don't know how to pronounce that, but I don't know how to pronounce that pepper. And I got an avocado growing. We'll see how well that does. But these are supposed to be. Uh, so basically, these three cells are supposed to be for the 15-gallon grassroots flower pots. These are supposed to be for my 5-gallon container experiment. All right, so in last week's video, you saw that I planted a strawberry, or actually an update where something killed it. So I do have one strawberry left, and I don't want to plant on the ground just yet. I'm kind of scared. And over here is the blueberry and some cactus cuttings that I took. These three, I'm pretty sure from my uncle. And over here are the ones that I took from my house. And that palm tree, I'm pretty sure is from my uncle also. Uh, Actually, I know that for a fact. Over here, the lemon tree, it's starting to produce some lemons. We'll see how well it does. And over here is my 65 gallon Crushes flower pot where I planted lettuce. Over here is my lemon tree, and starting to produce flowers. So we'll see how well it does. I forgot to show you my lime tree, but I do have a lime tree too. It's producing flowers also. But maybe I'll show you that right now, actually. All right, YouTube. So I lied. There is no flowers on here. There used to be, but there isn't anymore. And um, I did cut back the part that was dead, so we'll see how well this does. Hopefully, I didn't cut it too much, where it's just growing the rootstock. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on that. All right, YouTube. So for this area, I was planning to plant more trees, but I don't have the money right now to plant more trees. But I do have a different idea that I want to do. But that'll be in this week's um, weekly update video. So I'm not gonna harp too much on what I'm gonna do over here. But yeah, uh, these areas where we're growing a cover crop, where I was planning to plant more trees, but I decided to plant the trees on the other side where I replaced the ones that died back. And here's the sunflower that grew on its own. I didn't plant the sunflower, by the way, just in case you're wondering. The ones I planted were up against the wall, and I only planted one or two seeds. So, um, yeah, you can see mine are still smaller. So I think I'm gonna start cutting back the ones that look smaller than the other one, and then let the larger one grow. So hopefully, it can grow faster. And then on this spaces that didn't grow sunflowers, I'll probably grow something else. Again, that'll be in a weekly update video, so stay tuned for that. Please hit that subscribe button if you want to see more of my videos and what I got going on. Especially when I have planned planting these uh I guess tree placements because they're supposed to grow trees. Not growing cover crop, and now I'm gonna grow something else. It's gonna be a fruit crop, just in case you're wondering. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else going on right now currently. Uh, because I do have plans of doing stuff in the front yard, but that's gonna be a separate video also. So, all right, YouTube. So I wasn't expecting to make an update so soon on my front yard. Uh, what was supposed to be a market garden, my dad decided to have different ideas. So as you can see, the market garden is no longer here. It's just gonna be grass now. So my dad said he's gonna get a good price on this. Um, After the whole thing was said and done, yeah, it kind of hurt. So just to help me feel better at least about this whole situation, please hit that subscribe button. Okay, we're like what 78 subscribers left. Please, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Uh, there's gonna be no more front yard market garden, but at least we're gonna try in the backyard. So yeah, guys, here's just a quick update on my front yard market garden. It's not gonna happen anymore. Uh, it's gonna be grass. It's unfortunate to see, but hey, at least we still have the backyard we can do. Maybe we can make it work. I don't know. But yeah, guys, I think like 50% of you aren't subscribed. So again, just to help me feel better at least, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And yeah, guys, I'll just cut to the outro now. Oh man, you don't want to know how much my dad spent on just basically leveling out the ground, adding compost, and then grass seed. It's a doozy, man. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Peace. Yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you next video. Peace.